Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we are in Florida looking for some used golf clubs to buy and then sell online for a profit. I have the little intern with me today. We are in the Miramar Beach area. It's actually raining this morning, so not perfect beach weather, but it is perfect golf club finding weather. So let's go into these golf stores and see if we can find any used golf clubs to sell online for a profit. What do you think, buddy? Are you ready? Knuckles? Let's go.
The first Floridian golf store that the little guy and I decided to jump into was this National Golf Outlet. It was our first time in this store, and let me tell you, we were out of our element. This place was packed floor to ceiling with golf bags, golf clubs, golf apparel, you name it. But I quickly came to realize that this specific store was more of a museum than it was an actual golf shop. The prices here were astronomically high. This was a tailor-made Spider Ghost putter. It was brand new in the plastic, but for $250, I would rather go into a PGA Tour Superstore and buy a brand new Spider putter. That theme continued over here in the driver's section. This Cobra Aerojet sells for about 200 online. If you're lucky, new. That was 250 new without being in the plastic. I did find my way over to the used iron section, and this is where I found a little bit better pricing. This was a complete Ping I2 beryllium copper black dot set for $379. I got a Ping G10 set here for $259. Really good prices on those, but not enough margin for me to turn those for a profit. And then I did see a ton of very unique Nike iron sets that you don't come across every day, but they were priced to reflect that rarity. Again, I really think this store was more of a museum for golf enthusiasts and collectors. There wasn't any opportunity for any type of flip in this store. Everything was priced well, and I mean very well over eBay prices. I would have paid up to $75 for this Adams Golf Den Caddy, but the owner said it was not for sale, and that's when we left the store. The little guy was really excited to buy some golf clubs. Right next to the National Golf Outlet was this Edwin Watts, and this was my first time ever being in Edwin Watts. I've seen a ton of YouTube content about these steals that you can get in Edwin Watts. I checked every single one of these clubs and could not find any that had any type of margin. I checked the odd iron section, I checked the wedge section, and every single thing in this bag was priced over eBay pricing. And that's when we decided to change our plan and started heading to the thrift stores.
All right, it's a little bit later in the same day. We just finished nap time. We got the whole gang with us now. We're going to try our luck at a couple of thrift stores to see if we get better finds there because the golf stores were pretty bad.
If you are part of the 33% of the viewers that made it this far in the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps the channel more than you will ever know. And now we're going to get on to the absolute bangers that I found inside of this thrift store in Florida. This middle bag made my entire trip to Florida. They were almost all name brand irons. There was an R9. There was also an R11 sandwich for only $10. Most of the other clubs in the bag were $20 each, and I picked up almost every single one. The majority of the irons were RSI2 forged, and they were in incredible shape. There was a 3, 4, 5, and 6 iron for the RSIs. There was also this R11 6 iron. And then in addition to that, there was a Ping Answer 2 putter for only $12. It was in incredible shape. And I think I can sell them all in an auction format for well over the $20 that I put in most of the clubs. I thought this was an old TaylorMade putter. It was just a Tour model putter, so a little bit of a pump fake there, but I was just blown away at the amount of clubs that I walked out of there for $186. And this is what it's all about, striking out all day and then finding an absolute jackpot. I should be able to double up what I bought all of these clubs for. Y'all, the Florida trip was absolutely incredible. My family and I got to spend almost an entire week on the beach together. The kids absolutely love going to golf stores with me here in Texas. So it was really special to take them with me to all of the golf stores that we went to in Florida. It is something that they really enjoy. They're starting to learn the different brands and putters from wedges to drivers. So it's really special to see them join me in this situation that I found myself in, buying and selling golf clubs. It's just something that we get to do together and something that they are really, really starting to enjoy more and more. I was shocked at the prices of the used clubs in the big box stores. I just can't get over some of the egregious pricing on most of the used clubs that I found in a store environment, but the thrift stores are where I absolutely teed off in Florida, and it's where I really struggle in Texas. That's why I buy most of my stuff from the PGA Store or Golf Galaxy here at home. But in Florida, I found almost every club that I was able to buy in a thrift store. I did find one other club, and it was at the pro shop of the golf course of the one round that I got to play while I was in Florida. It was the absolute worst round of my life, but I did come away with an RBZ pitching wedge for $20. So a consolation prize for the worst round I think I've ever had. But I'm going to take y'all along with me into the PGA store, my favorite PGA store back here in Texas. It was the first place that I went after getting home, and I hadn't been in this store in 10 days. And y'all are going to be blown away at what I found in this store. Here we are back in the great state of Texas and my favorite PGA store. I love this store. It is probably the number one location that I buy most of my clubs to sell online for a profit. And right as I walked in the door, the 50% bonus trade in sale was going on, which means that there's going to be some high octane clubs in this store. Now I go to this store almost every other day, and when I left for the trip to Florida, there were no iron sets in this store. So this place was absolutely saturated with some opportunity for me. And if you saw what I just saw out of the corner of my eye, you're going to know that it is going to be a good day. The first club that I picked up inside of this PGA store was this SLDR mini driver. Y'all know TaylorMade is absolutely teeing off in their mini driver era right now. This one was a little bit dirty, but for only $69.99, I'm absolutely going to take this home and put some elbow grease into it. I love finding the SLDR mini driver. These sell so quickly, and they should sell anywhere from about $160 to $180. That is an awesome pickup for the first club today. Y'all know I always have my eye out for 5 woods. I thought this was a really great deal at $45, but it was a ladies 5 wood, so I did decide to pass on it. I do have some heartburn about it. I think I should have brought it home with me. And I'm a sucker for any ping club. The G30 and the G series I'm about to show right here, both right on target for what they are supposed to be selling for on eBay. Not a great deal, but if you are looking for a 5 wood, those are two really affordable clubs to pick up. I thought I was going to double down on the mini drivers, but the TaylorMade burner was right at where it sells online as well. Now, I did originally pick up this R7 3 wood. I mean, the price, you can't beat it, but when I did turn it over, there's actually a dent on the dome, so I did decide to pass on that one. And then I found another Ping hybrid, this Ping G15 at 20 degree, $30. You can't beat it. I should be able to get anywhere from $50 to $60 on it. Not a huge flip, but these things sell rather quickly. People love them, and they're great clubs. And finally, anytime that I find a Titleist AP1 iron set, I'm going to pick it up 9 times out of 10. $250 here, but we do have the 4 iron all the way through the wedge. This is an AP1 716 iron set. Definitely taking it home with me. I probably am going to ask about $350 for it. Y'all, it was a great week just buying golf clubs in Florida and in Texas. I have found some really awesome clubs, and I have been on what I think is a real heater as I build up my inventory so that I can have another live auction on stackedgolf.com. Thank you for coming along with me on my multi-state journey of buying golf clubs this week. I'll have another video out next week, and until then, I hope you have a great week and hit them straight.